Hey guys, this is Poet Spice, and I am here to do Jojoza Hanna's Start Small Tag Questions for 2021. Basically, her idea is that she wanted to talk about what was intimidating in your crafty hobbies, mainly the coloring community, as well as point to some channels that are smaller than 1,000 subscribers. And so I thought that was really cool. I have like about 730 now on this channel. I have 10,000 on my other one, but I have like 730 on this channel. So that's cool that she tagged me. So maybe I can hit that 1,000 just like other people. So I'm going to leave those people that I'm going to tag in the description box below. And I'm going to go ahead and get started. So the first question for the Start Small tag, I think I said Start Smart before. The Start Small tag is number one. What does intimidating by the way of your creative hobbies mean to you? So my idea of intimidating is not connected to so much like I'm afraid to color this picture because there's a lot of detail. My intimidating is more related to scarcity. So if it is something that is hard to find, like this book was hard to find, if it's expensive, this book was expensive, and if it's hard to get, so this book counts for pretty much all three of those. So I love this book, and I've had it for a while. Well, sometime in March or whatever it came. But I love Asian inspired artwork. I love detail. And I mean, look at that. How beautiful is that? Right? Right. So I am not afraid to color this picture because it has detail. I know there's a lot of people who are intimidated by detail. It's the detail that gets them. That does not get me at all. I mean, sometimes I'm like, okay, where am I going to start with this? But it doesn't make me not want to color it. And it's actually the opposite. I am more likely to color something that is this detailed than, say, like a Hannah Lynn or definitely a color by number. Okay. So what makes this intimidating is the fact that, okay, number one, it's back to back, so I can't use my alcohol markers. But the main thing is this book is not cheap. It's hard to get. It takes a long time to get here. And, you know, the shipping is not cheap. So when I have to be in a particular mood to want to tackle this, and it would be slow going because I don't want to mess it up. Not because I don't think I can do the detail, but because getting another copy of this book, if I mess it up, is not going to be like running down to Walmart or going to Amazon to order it again. Okay? And that's the same thing with this one. So Mouse Guard. Now, it may be available in other places, but I find this intimidating. It wasn't too bad as far as cost, and my sister got it for me, so it actually was free. But but in general, this book was hard to find. I got it on Amazon, and she got it on Amazon for, well, I should say, I found it on Amazon, and she got it for me, but it was hard to find, and it took a long time to get here. And I absolutely love the artwork, but like I said, it's not the detail because, okay, I'll give you an example. I am more likely to color this double page spread first than I am to do like this, which would be way easier. So it's not the detail. It's the fact that, number one, I really like this book, and if I mess it up, it's going to be a hassle to get it back, okay? So that's the same thing as with this coloring heaven. This does not intimidate me. Look at that. Doesn't intimidate me. What does intimidate me about it is the fact that it took a bloomin' forever time to get it. And it wasn't overly expensive, but it took forever to get it. I had to go through hassles with the company to get it. And then it took forever just for it to arrive. So it's like one of those things of like, So that's what I find intimidating. It's anything that's connected to the scarcity of being able to get it. All right, so not detail. All right, let's move on to her next question. That took forever and a day. I'm so sorry. So the next one is, what is your most detailed, intimidating pages that you can't wait to start? So, well, one would be Something Out of This Busy World. And I really like the bookshelf one. So any one of those bookshelves. There is one in here or something else. I can't remember what it is. And there's like a waterfall of books. So I really like these. I got a mess over on my desk, y'all. I've said it before, I have to do all my stuff on this one place. So even though I have a craft room, my craft room is just totally full because I have too many hobbies, and every hobby has a stash. So I absolutely love these pages like this where there's lots going on. And so any of those would be cool to start. In Mouse Guard, pretty much any of those would be cool to start. That'd be awesome. I just got to get over the fact that it's expensive. Now, I do have a buddy color in there with Jojoza, so that will be correct. This one, it's not going to be colored in for a while. I know it, simply because it is really difficult to get that one. All right, some other ones that I'm interested in coloring. They're of the same style. So this one is World of Flowers by Johanna Basford. But it's pretty much any of these pages, so it doesn't really matter which book it's in. Any of these pages where they have like these little cubbies or shelves and there's a bunch of different stuff in it. So you've got some little seedlings and some yarn and some thread. And I love these like conglomeration pages. So any page like that would be interesting to start for me. This one. So you can see that. So I don't know what it is. I think it's because you can do it. Like some people find these, this is what I'm talking about. Some people find these intimidating because there's so many things on them. And that's exactly why I don't find them intimidating. Right? Because there are so many things on here to color. And so like if I'm just in the mood to color, you know, so I just want to color this section today, then I just color that section. Usually what I do though, is I take the color in whatever color I'm working on. So if I wanted to do, so it has plants in here. So say I want to do all the green. I would just go ahead and do all the green on the page, right? And then when I'm done with the green's all done. So then I would move on to the next page, or the next color that I wanted to do. So if I say I wanted this tablecloth red, then I would go and do all the things that I would want colored red. And then I would do the next things I wanted to color like orange or whatever. So I usually don't even do it by section. I do it by whatever color it is I feel like working on that day. And then I write the colors down. So when I go back, so say I only get the green on this side done, I write the color down on my note, and then I can come back over here and do the green. Or if I don't feel like doing green, I can do something else. Okay, this video is way longer than I thought. Okay, sorry about that. So, yeah. Any pages like that, I like to start. Okay, the next question is, what are the most detailed, intimidating pages that you will probably never do? Okay, now, that's pretty... I'm a fragile world. So, I love Kirby Rosanis' his artwork in the other books. This one I was not that impressed with. I mean, I understand it's different. He was going for more like a, you know, save the planet kind of thing. So I understand that. But there's things in here I would never color. So when you look at this page, it looks really detailed, right? There's all this little stuff. There's multiple reasons why I would not color this. I probably will I know I won't color it. Unless I won't color it. Let's just put it that way. Number one, it's two pictures that look almost exactly the same. I'm not coloring it. I'm not going to color that twice. Secondly, even though it looks like it, there really is not that much detail in this picture. Okay? So here's the outline of the bull or whatever it is. Buffalo. And then you have like some sketchy leaves and flowers. But all of this is just like fur lines. That's not detailed. You could wash this out with one color and be done. And I don't like it. And then I have to do it twice. I will never color this. You should never say never, but the likelihood of me coloring this is slim to none. Then it's the same thing with this page. So at first glance, it looks very detailed. So you got this wolf, there's other little wolves in the background, you got some mountains and whatever. But when you actually examine what this picture is, it's not detailed, okay? This is one huge wolf in the center and fur lines. That's all that is. Then when you look at the ground, it's all those sketchy lines with nondescript flora. So look at that. That's not detailed. Once again, you could just wash all that out and put whatever. Now, I mean, I'm sure I've seen pretty, people who just do it all up and add little details of their own. But if you look at this picture and look at what's really there, and then look at one of these other ones. Let me switch. Okay, just look at this one. This one isn't even a double page spread, but look how much detail is in this one page versus the detail in this double page spread. So here you've got this hippo. Yes, he's got lines and whatever in him, but look, you got spit coming off. You got this, and the flowers are descript. So you see what I mean? You've got water, and you can tell what's going on. You've got different birds up here. It's got more detail. There's even more detail in this back picture. So yeah, there's way more detail in this one. All right, so I would never color those. I would never color them. Probably never do this one either, except I do like manatees. All right, so that's that one. I would not color those. Okay, I'm sorry. It's taking so long. Let's see. The next one is your favorite small size book. So, you probably can guess. I could not decide between two. So one is this precious. I wish whoever made this would make more. The tiny little horror coloring book. I could probably sit here and color this thing in a weekend if I actually wanted to, because it's so cute. I probably wouldn't really do much with that one, but I could. It's just adorable. That's hilarious. Like, this picture has more detail, and then that double spread. Wolf. Okay, I'll get off of it. Moving on. So, yeah, that's one of my favorites. And then the other one is this Beauty of Horror, Ghosts of Christmas. Christmas is my favorite holiday season, because to me, Christmas is all the way from Thanksgiving break until you go back to school in January. So it's like 2.5 months. And I absolutely love this one. I wish all of his books had the option of doing tiny, because I would rebuy them. So you can see where I've done some in here. I like the fact that they're single-sided. Same thing for the little horror, so I can use my alcohol markers. So those are my two favorite small ones. All right, the next one and the last question is, what is your favorite completed book that has either really really detailed or intimidating? Once again, see, funny, it's a Kirby Rosanna's picture. However, what I found intimidating about this one is it's not so much the detail in it, it's like I could not decide which way I wanted to go. So like, did I want to go with like blue ocean? Did I want to go with like red corals? That kind of thing made it intimidating, more so than the detail itself. So it's got a lot of detail. Right, it's got a lot of detail, and I showed this in one of my completed pages because this was a buddy color with Jojo, right? So it took me a while to figure out which way I wanted to go, because I've had this book for a while now in my stash. So it took me a while, and then I even colored all of the stonework. And then once I started coloring the rest of it, I even went back over that to change the color a little bit so it would match more. So this is my favorite page. Or pages. My favorite pages. I just love them. And I want to do this one because I like werewolves and vampires. So I guess maybe this goes for the other question. I don't know. And I just saw somebody do this one on Facebook or Instagram, and I was like, yep, I kind of like it. So maybe this will be the next one. I don't know. All right, so at this moment when I'm filming this, I don't know who I'm going to tag. So look in the description box below if you're watching this to, to be tagged. And if you're not tagged, go ahead and do it anyway. I think sometimes we feel like if we're not tagged, then like, oh my gosh, nobody likes me or nobody watches my video or whatever. So I'm tagging anybody who wants to do it. All right, see you guys later. Thanks for watching.